item number 7 is to discuss and possibly restructure personnel positions for Oakdale Park.
I put this on the agenda. I think we've had a lot of confusion in the past on what we're doing, where we're going, who's running the show, and who's making decisions. And that's the main thing. Let's hope we can maybe consolidate this, maybe do a little bit more a one-person decision maker, and where we can communicate with those people, and maybe a little bit more organizational, especially now since we've got the preservation board involved, and that way they're dealing with one person, maybe individual council is dealing with one person, and or with Ronald as well. So hopefully we can simplify this a little bit, because I think there's been confusion in the past.
Okay, so are we talking about the whole thing? Are we talking about the remodeling process and doing that with one person, and then the scheduling and events and things with someone else?
Well, my idea was maybe kind of simplify it to where Billy, of course he's over CVB, doing the scheduling of events, maybe just put him back in that position full time, since he does have, you know, a large
workload.
He has a large workload for sure, but you know, it's a budget, large budget to work with. Maybe just concentrate on rescheduling that, or scheduling that. And then Moose is doing the construction part of it. And he's dealing with, I guess, the contractors, and a lot of times he's up there on hand, and I'm able to talk to him more than I am Billy, because Billy's got so much other stuff to do. And then there's Ronald and Cindy. Cindy's over, I guess, the management part of Oakdale, and then Ronald oversees, I guess, the construction over Moose. So I was thinking maybe simplify, get Billy back full-time on CVB, maybe put Ronald directly over Moose as in charge of construction, and Cindy over management of the office and the office store. Kind of what I think.
We have Ronald over Cindy.
Yes, we have Ronald over Cindy. Have one person as a go-to or contact for the whole part. Instead of having 3 supervisors at that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think, my opinion is Ronald being over all of them.
Okay, so what we're really needing is someone to be really in charge of the construction and the remodeling and things like that, and yet still have maybe someone, hopefully CVB until we find the right person, trying to schedule events and
Well, CVB is scheduling events right now.
right, but I mean just to ensure that that's what they're still doing. That's what we're talking about, correct?
I think what we're talking about right now is someone that can work closely with the preservation board, and someone that is accessible for questions, and it's that anyone, if there's a problem, they can go directly to one person, and then they can delegate whatever needs to be done. And I think that's what we're discussing now.
And so is that one person, we just need to make sure, is that one person going to be Ronald? Is it going to be Moose? Is it going to be Billy? What is?
Well, I'll make a motion that
okay.
we put Ronald.
Okay. So I have a motion to restructure, well, to put Ronald directly over Oakdale Park as far as questions or go-to person and ordering this or that or whatever, correct?
It'll be directly the person that goes to for any projects going on in Oakdale. Ronald will be the person that we go to, or anyone goes to if there's a problem.
Okay.
And we have to fix it.
Okay.
And I think that Moose should be directly under Ronald, just like I said, to relieve Billy of the position in Oakdale, because like I said, he has a large budget that I feel Billy, you may be able to handle it just fine. But I mean, you got CVB, that's your job title, and that's where I think that's where you need to be. And then Moose is over streets and parks, so why not have him supervising or under Ronald doing the construction part of Oakdale? And that way we can just, instead of asking Billy and asking Moose and asking Ronald what's going on with this building, we can go directly to Ronald, he can ask Moose, and it's done. Because Moose maybe has been keeping contact with the Preservation Board or whatever.
Okay.
So limit our personnel in Oakdale hard.
Okay. So,
Yes, so what about events though? Who's going to have the final say over the events?
Bill?
Billy will have the
Yeah,
final say over Ronald on events.
Yes, that's a good job.
Okay.
What's her name working down there?
Cindy,
Oh, you talking about what's going on at Oakdale?
Yeah.
Events,
Yeah.
just the events.
I think like big events, you know, like, yeah.
Well, Billy, I think Billy would have to be over all events because
Yeah.
big events or little events, Cindy can't schedule stuff
No.
without Billy's knowledge. But Billy-
Well, she could schedule things like birthday parties and things like that.
Right,
Those
right.
are still small events. I mean, those are still things that happen, you know, or schools come in to go swimming or something like that. But as far as like actual things that we're going to promote and things that are to bring in a lot of tourists and things, that's Billy.
Exactly, but the problem with that is that Billy's got a huge, couple of family reunions or whatever.
Well, but that's gonna be,
Yeah.
that'll be Cindy over the family reunions and stuff. I mean, what I see, because I mean, she is now.
Okay,
What I see her is, you know, everything talking about parties and reunions, that's sales.
okay,
And so she'll be over all that.
okay.
And then what we'll do is we'll oversee the events and the marketing, the website and the printed material and that sort of thing.
I see. And you do the big events, that's my room.
Well, when we get in, you know, when we go further along, I'd like to see something there all the time. I
Right,
mean, you know, at
yeah.
least one pretty good sized event, and some little free concerts and stuff, and we'll oversee all that.
Okay, so I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Okay, can we clarify the motion?
The motion is to make Ronald the go-to person, Moose is directly under him, Moose and Cindy are directly under him. Billy goes back to just the promoting and the typical CVB responsibilities, correct?
Yes.
That was Barbara's motion, I'll
Yes.
second that.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Do I have, all in favor?